Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Relationship Theory. Here we take difficult emotions in and we talk them out like they are a regular conversation. Free will, everybody. I expect this vlog to be short and sweet for the simple fact that free will is very simple. You have a role, and if you're not playing it, anything outside of that role is against free will. Let me explain to you what I mean. Of course you can do whatever you want in this world. It's just there are people you either need to help or stay away from, including yourself. Yes, you have to stay away from versions of yourself as people reflect you, just like you need to help yourself as people reflect that part of you too. You have friends who support you, it's probably because they support themselves. You have people who stay away from you, it's probably because there are versions of yourself you could do better without. It's just as simple as that gets. So when it comes to free will, it's not about you being in this body, having a limited consciousness and having some assembled figure above you managing and micromanaging your timeline. It's about you knowing your timeline based off of your duty to the world, and then we perform from there, right? It's anything outside of what you would say is on the clock. That is free will. The only thing is you just need to be doing that. Otherwise, if you're not doing that one thing, people who expect you at certain times and places, and I mean as strangers, as though you were an angel. I'm sorry, but we get this thing mixed up where we think that because we have the choice to not do stuff, that then supplants the desire that we have for other people or ourselves. Like, because we choose not to do it, somebody else is gonna come and pick up the pieces and do it for us. If that's not your role to be that person, you're out of pocket. That's just what it is. So yes, it might be someone's role to sit back and ask for help to assemble pieces of their life together. That's probably because their puzzle is 3,000 pieces full. It's raining. It's really beautiful out here. I just wanted you to take a look at this. It's absolutely wonderful. But just as I said, sometimes the pieces are 3,000 pieces full. That person has every reason to sit back and ask for help for every little thing in their life. Because the reality of a puzzle piece worth 3,000 pieces in someone's life is those are probably experiences that are supposed to come together, and they involve everybody. That's community building. You have a community building individual who has a life worth about 3,000 pieces that you cannot quantify thanks to the way time works in the human mind. It's unfathomable. It doesn't make any sense. It isn't supposed to make sense. It's supposed to make mind. Use your mind. That's what comes with your role. You're using your mind to do things like think, but more so to do things like be the kind of person that you were meant to be in this world. And then literally everything outside of what you were meant to be, you get to do. That whole be, do, have thing, that whole self-affirmation thing that we live through where we try to tell each other, no, you get to. You know, if you're trying to defeat the laziness inside yourself, don't tell yourself you have to do it as if that's going to motivate you. Tell yourself that you get to. That might work. If it's not your role, though, it won't. If it's not your role to tell yourself that you get to do stuff, it won't work for you. There are platitudes that just don't work for people because it's out of pocket and it's not in role. Sometimes it's not your position to give advice. Sometimes it's not your position to be a leader. Sometimes it's not your position to be a servant or a slave either. Sometimes it's not your position to be a bystander, and sometimes it's not your position to be an innocent person. Sometimes it's not your position to be a criminal. It's not your position to be of the justice system. It's not your position to be an architect or an engineer or an artist or a creator or a producer or a director or a photographer. Sometimes it's not your role to be a student or a teacher. But the only way to know these things is to be in your role and then find out that everything else in your life has its weight and place. May the pieces fall where they may. That's this episode of The Relationship Theory. Enjoy your morning.